Good evening, everyone. I'm Kubrali and watching Awaz News. Tonight, I'll be taking you to top news across Canada.
Credit card tapping now an option at more transit stations across GTA. Man charged after sexual assault investigation in Mississauga. Toronto Mayor reiterates need for increased police budget amid random acts of violence. Toronto man wanted in alleged armed carjacking of rare Ferrari worth $1 million. GTHA mayors call on Ottawa, Ontario to fund Ukrainian newcomers' resettlement efforts. Police release surveillance video of alleged armed Scarborough hair salon robbery. Uninsured driven driver behind the wheel in Scarborough crash that sent 4 to hospital OPP.
These were the headlines, and now let's go through the details.
Peel police say a man has been arrested and charged following a sexual assault investigation in Mississauga. The incident took place on January 13 in the area of Goreway and Etude Drives in Mississauga. The victim, who police describe as a young person, was approached by the suspect. Police say the suspect then allegedly attempted to lure the victim into his residence to engage in sexual acts. A suspect identified as 33-year-old Ismail Abdi Abukar has been charged with sexual assault and invitation to sexual touching. Abukar was held for a bail hearing and has since appeared at the Ontario Court of Justice in Brampton. Investigators believe there could be more victims and are urging anyone with information to contact them. More commuters across the Greater Toronto Hamilton area now have a simpler way to pay for their fare with their credit card. Beginning on Monday, riders on Durham Region Transit, York Regional Transit, Burlington Transit, and Hamilton Street Railway can tap a credit card to pay for their ride. Travelers can pay with their credit card or a credit card loaded on a smartphone or smartwatch at any Presto machine. Credit card tapping began with a successful Union Pearson Express pilot in 2021 that was followed by an expansion on Go Transit, Brampton Transit, MyWay, and Oakville Transit in August. Next, the province is looking to expand the credit card payment system to the Toronto Transit Commission, along with introducing a debit tapping option at all transit agencies in the GTHA. The TTC told CTV News Toronto they are hoping to roll out the feature soon. Since Go Transit and UP Express are on distance-based fare systems, riders need to tap on and off using the same card or method of payment. However, the newly added transit systems, Durham Region Transit, York Region Transit, Hamilton Street Railway, and Burlington Transit are all fixed fares, which means commuters only need to tap at the beginning of their journey. Toronto Mayor John Tory says he's deeply concerned about a number of random violent incidents that have taken place in the city, adding it's why he is pushing for an increase to the policing budget. I'm horrified at these things, Tory told News Talk 1010 more in the morning on Monday. I'm meeting with the police chief today. I don't think this is entirely a policy matter, but I will say I think it puts into some stark relief why I am advocating for and have included in the budget an increase in the police resources. Tory's comments come as the city grapples with a number of seemingly random or unprovoked incidents over the weekend. On Friday, an elderly woman was pushed to the ground while walking on the sidewalk downtown. She later died, although police are still determining if her death was the result of the assault. Over the weekend, a TTC operator was shot with a BB gun. A 40-year-old man was also taken into custody in connection with both a shooting in Brampton and a case of arson in Shelbourne. Meanwhile, investigators are also searching for a suspect after sexual assault took place on a TTC bus. Tory is facing some criticism over a proposed $48.3 million or 4.3% increase to police budget in 2023. The proposed funding would bring the service's 2023 budget to approximately $1.166 billion. When the increase was first announced earlier this month, Tory said part of the funding would be used to hire 200 more officers, with 162 of them assigned to priority response units. Tory acknowledged that mental health is likely also playing a role in these incidents. He said there is a balancing act that is needed to ensure people get the help they need while also keeping the public safe. The mayor is expected to present his budget proposal for 2023 by February 1st. City Council then has 30 days to review and amend it. The mayors and the chairs of several large municipalities in the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area are calling on the federal and Ontario governments to provide funding for a program dedicated to help Ukrainian newcomers. The municipal leaders say in a joint statement that almost 2,000 people from 750 households have accessed emergency housing and other services through a project to coordinate efforts to support Ukrainian newcomers. They say the governments of Canada and Ontario had assured them that support for Ukrainian newcomers was coming, but dedicated funding sought by the municipalities has yet to arrive. The mayors of Toronto, Mississauga, Brampton, and Vaughan, along with other municipal leaders in the region, say they are continuing to provide services for the Ukrainians at virtually the sole expense of municipalities. The Federal Immigration Department and the Ontario government didn't immediately respond to requests for comment. More than 145,000 Ukrainian citizens and Canadian permanent residents of Ukrainian origin have arrived in Canada since the beginning of the last year, according to the government's data. Provincial police say a G1 license holder operating a vehicle without insurance in winter weather conditions was behind the wheel for a collision that injured 4 people on Sunday evening. The crash, which the OPP said resulted in one person being ejected from the vehicle, happened at around 7:30 p.m. in the eastbound collector lanes of Highway 401 at Fort Union Road. According to police, the vehicle's driver struck and ended treatment between the express and collector lanes. 4 people were taken to hospital, 2 of whom had life-threatening injuries. The collector lanes at Morningside Avenue, as well as the on-ramps at Fort Union and Kingston roads, were closed as police investigated but have since reopened. The investigation is ongoing.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kubra Ali. I'll see you back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Until then, good night.